Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Family Spirit International. Unfortunately, you only got me tonight because Lee and Matt and Gwen are hosting Thomas Patrick, who does our show on Thursday nights. So they're visiting with them right now. So you got me. Okay. One thing, I've got a public service announcement to make before we bring our guest on. Me and my wife are huge advocates for finding people's lost dogs. If somebody posted on Facebook about a lost dog, we will repost it. Well, she sent me one, and y'all, I know it's sad, but because the dog's lost, but it's sort of funny too, because what they've named the dog Doo-Doo Butt. Yes, Doo-Doo Butt. And so send prayers out for Doo-Doo Butt where he can make his way home back to his family. All right, that's my public service announcement for All Access Network and our show tonight. Sean, could you bring our guest on? We've got a good guest for you guys tonight. His name is Adam the Historian. He's a ghost hunter. He's all kind of cool things. Adam, welcome to the show, brother.
What's up, Blaine? I love the intro. I got a big heart for animals too. As much as I
dude,
love
it just made me laugh because I had never heard that name for a dog before. I got to give them props because who names their dog Doo-Doo Butt?
I tell you this though, when they yell that out, you're not going to have 15 dogs turning their heads. There's only going to be one called that. It's not like it's like, hey,
there's be one. And I think he was a pitty too. So
yeah, that was the best.
Oh, he looks like a sweet dog. And I tell everybody, send prayers out for Doo-Doo Butt because I want him to get home to his family.
Absolutely. So that's a good shout out. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you for having me on the show, but I want to give you the shout out. That's awesome. Christy, what's up, kid? Much love to you. Thank you so much. You're awesome.
Christy.
You're awesome, girl.
Yeah, she's our Australian flair. She comes to every show we do. I appreciate her a lot.
Very cool.
Now, Adam, tell everybody how you started in the paranormal.
Ooh. Okay, I am a talker, so tell me to shut up if I talk too much. Okay, well, I guess we'll start. I grew up in Maine. I still am in Maine, Lisbon, Maine, and at a very young age, I realized that I was going to the same high school as Stephen King, and which I did.
I know.
So that kind of, obviously growing up on G.I. Joe and Ghostbusters, not that I'm not a Catholic, I am. I grew up in church and stuff, but I also had that very boy. I love pro wrestling. I always loved the Dark Papa Shungos and Undertakers. Always been kind of drawn to that anyway.
Me too.
So around 1988 or so, I'm about 7 years old, and my mom's father dies. And the night he passes away, he walks me to the fridge. I'm laying in my bed, and his ghost comes to me, clear as my grandfather was, my Papa Willette, when he was alive. And I'm in 1988, I'm 7, 8 years old, born in 79, right? I'm dating myself. But he walks me to the fridge and tells me to don't worry about Mama, take care of Mama, everything will be good. He loves me. And I'm confused, obviously, because I'm like, I thought you were dead, looking.
Yeah.
So my mom's in a panic state. I don't say nothing. A couple of years pass, and my younger sister, my aunt, I find out that my aunt tells me that my younger sister that very night or the next night, because she was up from California for the funeral, saw my sister looking at the ceiling going, okay, Papa, yep, I love you too. So I said, oh, well, I got a story for you. And then that came out about that. So it turns out I did see a ghost. I wasn't just sleeping or hallucinating at 6 years old. I wasn't smoking weed yet, so it wasn't that. So that was pretty wild. And of course, being a Catholic and stuff, we don't embrace death, but we talk about it. You go to funerals, you frankincense and myrrh, the whole nine. Jesus died on the cross, happy Easter, the whole thing. So you kind of get a feel anyway. So throw that in, of course, with Stephen King and then everything else. And then you fast forward a couple more years now, I'm about 15. And my father's father, on my other side, my dad's dad, dies right in front of me in the hospital. We go to see him in the hospital bed and he flatlines right there. I mean, and I'm not bullshitting you. It's kind of like the movies, but not really. They don't just go, it was shaking and panicking and spitting and eyes rolling back. Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. And the nurses, and I'm at 14 years old going, huh? So witnessing my first ghost, my first death, and of course, realizing about life, the death of cats and all that stuff as a kid too. But you know what I mean? As far as humans go. And then Stephen King and everything. So by the time I'm 20 years old, man, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at graveyards. I'm passing history class. So I'm tying the history in with hauntings, historically haunted. So I'm just going off all that. And of course, hearsay and all this stuff and Ghostbusters, the movie, and everybody thinks it's fake. But it's different when you've witnessed it. It's different. You've seen it.
It is.
You dig? You know.
So I've only done this for 60 years, brother. I've seen and heard spirits since I was 4 years old. I just turned 60 last October.
God bless.
And I've been investigating for 41 years since 85. So I've been around for a long time, man.
God bless. Yeah, you know what's up. I mean, sure, it's fun, and sure, it's, Ed and Lorraine Warren and Zach Bagans and the Fox sisters and all these famous people, and it's kind of cool to rub elbows with Johnny Zaffis and get to meet this and that. But at the same time, man, it's more than just the Facebook likes and just the videos. You know what I mean? It's self-satisfaction. Now that I'm 47, well, not dating myself either, but now that I'm getting older, just things happen. My mom passed away a couple of years ago. I'm worried about, am I going to see her again? Am I going to live in the next life? Did I pay my dues?
You will see your mom's always around you. I'll let you know, Adam. I'm an empath medium too, so I've
heard that once or twice. Very well. She was my biggest fan, brother. She still is. That means a lot.
She wants me to tell you that she's very proud of you to keep on the path you're going because she likes that path.
I want to say, not making it about me, but I guess I am your guest, so I guess we can talk about me. But I mean, I many times, like in life with anybody, you just want to give up, man. When your mom dies, and I was homeless after my mom died because I got in a car accident. I got hit in a head-on collision and died for like 38 seconds. They brought me back to life. I couldn't handle my shit. It was right in the middle of Corona. It was 2021, COVID, all that shit. And I was homeless, and I lived in an abandoned RV in back of a flea market in Maine for like 8 months with no heat. So I'd go to bed at night when it was 15 degrees below zero going, I might freeze to death in my sleep. This is my test. And I could have let myself get worse. You follow? I could have gotten, and I don't think anyone would blame me. There's, poor guy, never had a kid. I only had one kid. It was miscarriage a long time ago, and not trying to down everybody, but I mean, shit happens and everything. And I could have very easily took myself out or just let myself go. But fuck that, man. Now I'm doing a podcast. I get sponsored over $1,000 a year sponsorship, weekly sponsors, and monthly donations. I do my tours now. I started a tour thing in Maine that no one does. And I'm writing my first book. And you know what? I mean, sure, we have bad days.
Is it not lethargic to write your first book, dude? I'm on my third book right now. And I'm reliving 41 years of history hunting spirits and talking to spirits. And it's been so lethargic for me. And so I'm just surprised. Because I always used to joke when I started doing radio that I was going to do, because I'd always have authors on our show. And I was like, well, I'm going to write a book too. I'm going to write a connected dot coloring book. Just making a joke.
Excuse me.
And I had one guy
getting over a cold.
Why don't you do that? I said, man, I couldn't draw two stick figures to make a coloring book, something connected dot. But I'm on my third one now. Like you, dude, I'm a big history buff. I've got 2 masters in history. I got one from the University of Alabama, for
Ooh.
U.S. history, and the Air Force was so kind when I was active duty.
Thank you for serving.
Oh, my pleasure. That I've got a master's degree in military history as well.
Stop.
Government paid for both of them. Thank you.
Oh, bullshit. Yes.
Yeah. But I'm a huge history buff. I love a place that's historically haunted. Like you.
Because like I tell people, if I can't guarantee you a ghost is going to jump your EVP, I can't guarantee you're going to get names up, but I guarantee you're going to live in some history. You're going to go to a house built in 1853 that used to be owned by slave owners, or three of the owners died of suicide, or whatever. The history is the hauntings. If it doesn't have to be boogity boogity. It's the fuck, man.
It's like seeing the architecture of how they built the location. You know, look at little stupid things that most people wouldn't look at. Like, did they have molding around their floor and how it was hand carved?
Ooh, okay.
Looking at ceiling.
Fireplaces. Is your fireplace an old brick one? Does it have a chute? Does it have 5 chimneys? Like,
yes. That stuff right there. And if it's haunted, it's just a double bonus for me.
Yeah, it's fucking let's go. Let's go. You're coming on my show next month. Fuck that. You're awesome. You know what's up.
Dude, I do. It's like I love going, especially down here in the South. I love going to these old antebellum homes. And I'm almost as fascinated with how the house was built and certain little things they did to make themselves look richer.
Your dog's getting excited. I can hear him.
Oh, that idiot dog of mine will bark at the wind. So,
real quick,
somebody must be walking.
Real quick, that's my girlfriend Heather Kiminiti in chat. She's watching downstairs, and that's my boy Nate. That's my boy Nate. Everybody's showing up. All the good people. Awesome.
Yeah, Nate's part of our network. So
yes,
if you see us, I'm sorry. Usually I got Lee and Gwen with me. So if you see me wave, I don't want to interrupt you. I'm waving at people that are popping up in our chat.
I do the same thing. I do StreamYard. Actually, Lee's my guest next Thursday.
All right. Nate is good.
Nate's
me and Nate became good friends.
You know what's funny? My first time ever on a podcast, Nate was the guest co-host with the guest. That's how I met him.
That's funny.
On Love, Light, and the Paranormal with Reverend J back in the day.
Oh, I remember that show. Now,
yes,
dude, this is funny. My first interview I did on somebody else's show was 2 guys from Ireland.
Oh,
they had me on their show. So you would imagine, okay, they had the 2 Irish guys speaking and my Southern ass speaking, man. We had a blast. And I was sitting there, I'm from the South, so we drink sweet tea. I don't drink sweet tea anymore because I can't have the sugar, but I drink unsugared sweet tea. And we were talking about sweet tea. Both of them were like, how do you drink sweet tea? And I told them how to make it. Well, I started a trend in Ireland because they started showing all their friends about sweet Southern tea.
That's fucking dope. That's dope. That's an American thing. Ain't nothing like the Southern sweet tea, man. I've only been down there once. I remember in Virginia and Georgia and stuff. That's the real shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Most people up north would say, how the hell do you drink that, dude? It's like syrup. That's the way we were brought up on.
That's the old school way. That's some food and drink history right there. If you really want to get
it is, man. You're correct.
If you want to get technical.
Hey, history is always good, man. Historically, because you live up in the Northeast, I've investigated several times up there.
Oh, have you been to Maine?
Dude, I've been to Maine. I've investigated. God, where was we at in Maine? It was only for like about 3 hours because they wouldn't let us do a full night there.
Really?
It was an old church right outside of Bangor. A real old church. And the hour we got to spend there, dude, looking again at the historic value of the place. I mean, for the hour we were there, we picked up a full-bodied apparition of a priest there. We picked up audible voices, and we heard a choir singing. Nobody in the church but me and two other people and the priest that ran the church, or the caretaker is what they call it.
Wild.
It was a trip, dude.
Inside Bangor or around Bangor, you said?
Right outside of Bangor.
Okay,
Bangor, Maine.
I live up by the Appalachian Trail in Bangor. I'm right in between. It's where I do my tours, which I try not to do just on Stephen King. A lot of it is stuff, but I try to do other shit. Real quick, I want to tell you about something. About 2 months ago, I went in this group that I've been doing stuff with called the Boo Fighters out of Gardner, Maine by Augusta. And they got us into this place called the Governor's Mansion. It was built in 1925 for the governor of Augusta, Maine. That's where the capital is. Check this out, dude. In the basement, dude, they had Japanese people, servants making food. And during World War II, they hid them in these little alleyways in the basement. They had tunnels that led to the river. And two of them got electrocuted in the basement, and the fucking thing's boarded up now. And they let us down there. And I know you'd like that. That's pretty wild.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, the wallpaper is like carpet. It's like it's a wallpaper, but it's like soft. It's almost like a blanket. Is that weird?
No, it's not weird.
That's old school, isn't it?
That is very old school. I'm trying to think. I've investigated in Connecticut before, New York up at the Shanley Hotel up in Napanock.
Shanley, New York. Yeah.
Dude, that
Christy, that's not cigarettes I smoke. That's the left-handed cigarettes, green marijuana in Maine's legal.
He's smoking the herb, baby.
I know a lot of times Gwen doesn't like that on camera. She doesn't like that when I went on Nate's show. So I try to just do it real quick. I got a med card anyway since my accident, but marijuana is legal in Maine. It's not tobacco. I've never smoked tobacco.
You know what? To each his own, man. If that's what you want to do what you got to do. Be you.
Yeah.
That's what I tell everybody.
Body shoot leading to the ocean. That's what I said. Well, they used to take people it went to the Kennebec River, and I think they used to take people from the river to the building, and they'd sneak them, kind of like Salem did, Massachusetts. They'd sneak them through. Oh, there's so much shit. This is.
Oh, I love Salem. That was one of my favorite places. I did.
Cobblestone Street, still some spots.
Oh, I know. We did a documentary up in Centralia, Pennsylvania. Called Ghost of Fire with my good friend. You might know her name is Robin Marie.
That sounds familiar.
She's real big up there in New England area.
Isn't that where the underground's on fire?
Yes, dude, it's been burning. And this place will burn. We had a geologist tell us because of the cold and the natural gas in the mine, it would burn for over 1,000 years.
Oh my God.
Dude, you can fry an egg there.
I've seen videos online and shit, and it's just coming out. The whole town left, right? There's no one that lives there.
There's nobody there. And it's funny, right on the edge of town, the only people that are still there is the police chief and the fire chief. Go figure. They have a fire chief. They can't put out a fire.
No. That's ironic. It's like you said, though, it's like fossil fuels. It's like coal. It's almost like underneath the Earth's crust. You can't put a hose on there.
Yeah. And we did the premiere of that documentary at the USS Salem.
Quincy, Massachusetts. Yeah.
In Quincy, baby. And on the way up there, this is
actress Mary Kate, Clown Motel 3. What's up, kid? Got her shirt on.
Yeah. Got it. And what I thought was funny, we left Boston and went up to Quincy, where Salem is, USS Salem is. And they pulled into a liquor store that was called the Bunghole Liquor Store.
Yes, sir.
And most people don't know that a bunghole actually is the little cork that plugs up a barrel of liquor or wine.
Yep.
But I had to stop and get me a T-shirt from there.
It says I got it in the bunghole, didn't it?
Yep, exactly.
I have that shirt too. It says I got mine in the bunghole. I got it in the bunghole, Massachusetts. Yes.
You know, I'm a smart ass anyway. I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Well, that fits you perfectly.
Yeah, it was perfect. My wife was like, only you would buy that shirt. I said, damn, I should have bought two.
But did you do the research?
Yes, I did.
That place used to be a fucking funeral home.
Yes.
It was a prohibition speakeasy when alcohol was prohibited. They went down and get drunk in the basement. They used to lure people. They used to lure people that were drunk there when it was a bar before prohibition. Pirates would get them drunk and take them under the tunnel to the sea and use them as their slaves on their pirate ships. Fuck.
They would Shanghai them.
Yeah. Yeah. Right in fucking Mass, man.
Yep.
You
And
know
you
your
guys
shit.
had a
We
huge,
get along just fine. You're lucky I'm not there with a beer right now. We'd have a night.
dude. I wish I could drink a cold beer right now, but I'm doing a show, so and I want to keep it where people keep coming back to watch us. So
No, I get it. I just love that I love that you know your shit, and I love that you're right on the stuff. Because some people claimed it, and then they start talking. They go, "Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that." Not everybody knows everything. I don't know everything either. But
dude,
it's
I
cool
try
when
to learn
people know the
new
same
stuff
the
every
bungle.
day.
That's cool.
Because my grandpa told me, he said, boy, the day you stop learning is the day you die. I'm like, I'm gonna learn every day then.
Absolutely.
But Napanoch was fun because the history of that place, it was a place that presidents and kings stayed at. And then it was a brothel. And then it was a biker bar.
Yeah.
So and plus you had Native American spirits on that land. So it's a plethora of historical, spiritual figures there. And I had the funniest thing happen to me up in the brothel. Ooh. I had a lady of the night proposition me on a ghost box.
Ooh. Whoa.
And told me what she would charge me for that proposition. Chris, you don't know good beer.
I would say you're drinking Schlitz or something. You're drinking maybe Bud Light or something, natural light. I'm talking.
Oh yeah, she's drinking some natty.
I'm talking micro brews and shit 9.5% here in Maine. That'll fucking woo. But anyway, yes. So you got yourself a little madame, as we call it.
I got a lady of the night proposition me and physically grabbed me.
No way.
Oh, dude, it was so cool to me. It was like, damn, I must be sexy enough that spirits want to grab me.
Yeah, you know what's funny? 9 out of 10 people are hightailing it, and you're being like, "Yo, that's dope." I mean, yeah, that's funny.
And I told Sal and his wife, I told them exactly what they said. I told Sal's wife, I said, "Look, I don't want to see rude or anything."
Did you pay?
No, I didn't pay her.
Did you pay her? A gold coin back in the day, zinc. You flicked it like you're playing poker with the spirits.
No, I ain't never paid for none of my life. I ain't gonna play now.
I tell you, man. See, that's the thing. Like even with Quincy, I did the USS Salem on an event, and me and my girlfriend went early and hit up the spots where Whitey Bulger used to kill people with fucking.
I loved Whitey Bulger, man.
Yes, we went to his bar. We went to the neighborhood. We went to Triple O's Lounge. It's now something else. I got a picture. I got a thing of it. I did a video on my YouTube channel of Triple O's. And so I'm the type of guy where if I'm going to go someplace, I want to soak up Atlas Obscura. Okay. Look it up, go someplace. And this was like, well, the biggest ball of fucking yarn is in this town too. Well, let's go see it. I want to see everything I can. I want Pokemon Go, but real. Yeah.
Chris, you're talking about it would cost a penny. Okay, then. I don't know what they charge in Australia, but we didn't charge no pennies here that I know of.
Yeah, especially now pennies are extinct in America, I guess, right?
No
They're out of order. So life is so bizarre. That's another thing too. I'm not going to get religious or political or war talk or any of that shit. But with everything going on in the news, you know what I'm talking about. Epstein list, all that shit. I just want to just go, and I want to just go see where. You know what I mean? I just want to stick to my ghost world and my history world. I want to do my tours, my podcasts. I want to watch horror movies and just pretend that I'm the only one in America or the world, I think.
Dude, I do that every day.
Amen.
I sit there and
it's blinders.
I write on my book for 2 or 3 hours, and then I'll get cross-eyed and I'm like, okay, I gotta take a break. So I'll go put on Walking Dead or something and watch 2 or 3 episodes of that. Or I'll go find an old Frankenstein movie.
Oh.
And watch
those.
Or even better, dude, when I was a young kid, I used to pay for Disney movies and go see the scary movies. Yes. I saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre when I was 7. I was the only kid in the theater, but I watched grown adults run out of the theater, and I'm sitting there just oh, this is awesome.
I tell you, and that's why I love the paranormal, and I do it. But that's why I'm also straying a little bit towards movie stuff, because everybody and their brother does a paranormal, and I want to be that much different. I don't want to be just here's another guy about the paranormal. So I want to go, hey guys, I can also show you where Stephen King got the inspiration for Pennywise, or where the Paul Bunyan statue that was used in It, CGI'd in It is. I know where they filmed Pet Sematary, dude.
Yeah.
I know the spot where they carried the dude up. You've seen Pet Sematary, right?
I've seen every movie he's done.
Oh, that I'm obsessed. I get it, and I'm not trying to use him.
I read the book Tommy Knockers.
Oh, Pennywise is in that
it's a
too.
great book, but he had to be on some drugs when he wrote that, because he bounces from this to this to this to this. And if you didn't know what was going on, if you didn't read the whole book, you were confused as hell.
You could tell his cocaine yearbooks for sure.
Dude, you definitely get Tommy Knocker. He must have been, doing that white knight like it was
candy. God love him. I ended up meeting him and his son. I met Joe Hill 2 years ago. He signed my book of horns, and Steve showed up in Bangor, and I got a quick picture with him. He didn't want nothing to do with me. He's like, not me, but you can tell he didn't want to take away from his son. He's like, I just got to go. And I'm like, real quick, Zink.
Yeah, no doubt.
So it's fun, and I try to do all that, incorporate all of it, because life is what you make of it, and I can't dwell on things, and you just got to be, like you said, man, if I throw on, I'm a big wrestling fan, WWF, if I throw on a big wrestling tape or an old school Razor Ramon match, and I eat some Cheez-Its, and it makes me feel good for a couple of hours, and I can go back to preparing my tours, preparing my podcast, preparing my book.
I'll tell you a funny wrestling story. When Scott Hall and Kevin Nash both went down to WCW, they were filming something for MTV Spring Break, and I was down there, and somebody decided he was going to throw a bottle. It hit Scott Hall upside the head.
Oh, shit.
Kevin looks right at the camera and says, "You turn that off now." And, dude, they commenced to beat the living bricks off of this dude. I mean, I was like, I bet he don't do that no more.
I tell you, it may all be set up and fake the whole nine, but these boys can fuck you up if they really want to. Dude, they're pretty jacked. So
I watched, so that's why I told him to turn the camera off, because he didn't want evidence of it.
Wow. I told him, they didn't have cell phones back then.
This dude.
You didn't have cell phones back then.
They did a shoot on him. I mean, they beat him like they owed him money.
Wow.
And then after they toted him off, they went right back to filming like nothing happened.
Oh my fucking God.
That was awesome, dude.
Oh, that is so good. Excuse me.
Believe me, I understand with that coughing crap.
I don't know
how bad it is in Maine
or what.
Down here, dude, you could choke to death on it.
It was 65 degrees 4 days ago. And then yesterday was 23 degrees. Today was 45, and tomorrow's supposed to be 20 degrees and snow. And then we get sun and 70 on Thursday. So Maine's bipolar.
Dude, y'all got that, what my grandmother calls pneumonia weather?
It's right in your lungs, kid.
Cold. Like Saturday here, it was 87 degrees. Sunday, it dropped down to like 78 degrees. Today, it was down. I think the high today was 60 here in Alabama.
Okay, you're bragging. You're bragging. You're 30 degrees warmer than me.
For South, that's too damn cold in April.
Really?
We're supposed to have those 80-degree weathers.
Jesus. We can't even reach 50 for Christ's sake.
Oh, shoot. I know. I have a friend that lives in Connecticut. She's like, it's 32 here today. I'm like,
I tell you, man.
I
love New England. I love where I am. It all started here. The witches, UFO. I've been to the Betty and Barney Hill site. America's first alien abduction. That's in Laconia, New Hampshire. I've been there.
That's one of my favorite all-time stories, because they were so detailed on what they saw.
So detailed. Dude, Betty could highlight the Milky Way galaxy or something on a map, and people and scientists and professors are like, why do you know this? She could pinpoint. I went to their house.
You should have known that. Huh? Because Betty was not that very educated. Barney worked for the post office. He wasn't that very educated either. I think both of them had a high school diploma.
Right. And this is for the 60s. This is for the 60s now, so it's like, let's face it.
I mean, the detail that they went into and how they woke up, 4 hours later, 60 miles down the road from where they were.
No explanation for the time loss. No injuries, no head injuries. Her dress is on display still at the University of New Hampshire. It has alien stuff on it.
I've heard that. I heard it had alien DNA and stuff on it.
Yeah, they got it on a rack. I haven't gone yet, but I have been to their grave sites. It says the Journey on, and I got a picture of that. That's one thing, too. I like to go. I've been to L.L. Bean's grave site. E.B. Webb, who did Charlotte's Web.
Yep.
Or E.B. White, rather. H.H. Holmes, America's first serial killer, been at his gravesite in Eden, Pennsylvania, and his house in New Hampshire where he grew up.
I've actually had H.H. Holmes come through, but he came through as his normal name,
Jeff Mudgett.
Mudgett, on a ghost box session.
Mudgett.
Of all places in Gettysburg, dude.
Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, huh?
Gettysburg, dude. I get the spirits come from all over wherever I go to.
Wow.
But yeah, have Mudgett come through.
Wow.
And I'm actually friends with his great-grandson.
Jeff.
Jeff Mudgett, yeah.
I had Jeff on a couple years ago. Jeff's a good
Jeff's
dude.
done our show a few times.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, man. And he hated to know that he came from that lineage. But it's historical. He had no control of what his great-grandfather did.
He tried seeing if he was Jack the Ripper.
Yes. He sure did. And I think they just recently found out they had DNA evidence of Jack the Ripper, and it was that dude that last name started with a K. He was Polish.
Oh, didn't he have a wife that was buried in Connecticut?
Yes, he sure did.
Yep. God, oh yeah. So you're all over the place too, just like me. Paranormal, UFOs, and then by the way, serial killers and murderers. So it's
UFOs have been a fascination, dude. And I'll tell you this: mathematically, we cannot be the only people in this universe. It's mathematically impossible.
No.
And if you go look at some of the stuff, like I've been to Egypt when I was in the Air Force. I got to go in the Great Pyramids. I got to see places in the pyramids that only, Hawass sees.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff in there. And then you go to the museum in Egypt, and you're looking at stuff that they had done. There's no way that we could have done that without some help.
And they go, well, they had slaves, and I go, even if you have slaves, there's only so much willpower to carry up a concrete block onto the top of a perfectly aligned pyramid that aligns perfect with Mars. All these pyramids align with planets and shit.
If you look at the three pyramids, dude, they're the Belt of Orion.
Belt of Orion. How the fuck did they know that back then? No way.
Yeah, well, nobody did. How would they know how to do the sacred geometry to get those things lined up perfect?
Look at the carvings and the pictures. You see UFOs in the pictures. You see people coming from the sky and shit. Come on, dude. You know what's up.
I know what's up. And you see them, and I'm Native American. Dude, you'll see them petroglyphs.
Yeah.
Of aliens and petroglyphs. They drew what they saw.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't understand it, they saw it, they drew it or carved it.
People weren't doing cartoons and comic books back then. This is real. No. They weren't just doing this to make fun of each other. So yeah, you're all on board with everything. You must believe in cryptids too. You must believe in Mothman and all that shit.
We do a show tomorrow night. It's called Cryptid Nations.
That's right, Tuesdays. That's right.
Yeah, I'm really big into cryptids. And let me give you my quick cryptid story. I've got two real quick.
Ooh.
When I was stationed in Iraq, we were deployed there. And I had went inside of what they call a hardened air shelter. And the one we were in was a double hardened air shelter that had a bunker in the middle of it. We took it out with a bunker buster. And so I loaded airplanes for living in the Air Force. And we had just loaded and unloaded two big, huge planes. And the coolest place, we had air conditioning, but the coolest place was inside of that bunker because it was a static 62 degrees. Night, day, it didn't matter.
Wow.
And I took a Gatorade in there and sat down, and I started watching Iraqi soldiers, shadow figures, and then they started turning full-bodied apparitions. All of a sudden, they vanished. And as I'm looking at the back of the wall, I see this huge thing's head poke through that wall. And the rest of him came out, dude. He was about 12 foot tall and probably about 5 foot wide. Dude, I saw a freaking Jan.
Ooh, gin.
Dude, I had
Ooh.
seen spirits my whole life. And what do you do with something like that? And it realized I was there, dude, and it charged me, knocked me on my ass. And I got up and was like, holy shit, what was that? And then right after that experience, I walk outside because I was a senior NCO and I had to go to a staff meeting. Well, as I'm walking out of the hardened air shelter, we get hit by 5 rockets and 4 mortars about 100 yards away from me. So talk about having a bad day.
I was gonna say that sounds like I'd trade that for a bag of chips in the lounge and a chair with a remote at home any day.
Dude, all day and twice on Sunday. But yeah, I've
Did
seen.
you real quick? Did you say too that you went to England or not England? I'm sorry. Shit, like Scotland. You go to like
Dude,
Ireland?
I've been to Ireland. I've been to Scotland. I've been to England.
Anything with a banshee?
Yes, I've seen a banshee. I've seen an elemental. I have seen. Oh, what do you call them there? Here in the States, we call them a puck wedgie.
Oh,
but, I've seen fairies over there. Gnomes. Dude, I've seen all kind of weird shit over the years.
I was saying, it sounds like you're definitely. It sounds like they're drawn to you. You're open to it, which I mean, it helps that you're open to it because you got to. Because people just go, "Oh, it must be," but when you recognize it and then they recognize you, it's a gift and a curse. I bet, huh?
Yeah, I can consider everything I have as a. I embrace all my gifts. So, what else could I do? You know.
Yeah. No, I mean.
But,
oh yes, the Irish banshee. I had to ask about the banshee. I've always kind of been into banshees and the screaming and this stuff.
Oh, dude, the one I saw, it would hurt dead people's ears. That's how loud this thing screamed.
I tell you, where I live in Maine, sometimes I hear it in the middle of the night. I think it's a train, but then I think I don't know, is that a train or a yell? I'm kind of in the Wendigo country up there, but the Appalachian Trail and shit.
There you are.
So I'm like, all right, it's I've seen wild rat. Not that it's bad, but there's a place called the Katahdin Iron Furnace. They used to have a hotel and everything there back in the. It's a big iron furnace, and they burn minerals out of it in Brownville, Maine. There's a train that would go by, and I went down there one day, and there's fucking wild rabbits jumping across the road. I'm like, am I on LSD? Am I tripping? But there's just wild rabbits. You know what I mean? So it's Animal Central, and that's why I think someone like you and like me. And I appreciate the good words of my mom earlier too, because I keep her with me, especially up there where I live, away from everybody. It tests your patience. You really got to be strong to live alone 3 hours north of your family and friends, and to hear things and not know, is it a Wendigo? Is it a human? Is it a fucking banshee? Because this is Native American land, dude. This is still Native American land up, man.
Dude, it's straight up. Every time I go up north, dude, even though I'm from the Cherokee tribe, first thing I'll do is I'll share tobacco and smoke with the native spirits on the land.
Yeah, there's some barefoots up here. A couple of barefoots. Yeah, there's a couple. I think Brownfoot. I think there's Micmac. A lot of some Cherokee still. There's a lot of different tribes, and they know what's up too. Them guys are the ones where we get those are our spiritual ancestors, brother. You know what's up,
dude. And I appreciate them because they've helped me out so much in this journey, brother. And they have protected my ass more times than I could count.
You'd be like a shaman to them. You'd be one of their.
I am a shaman. Yes.
I would say you must be. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I was given the title of shaman. I didn't even know I was a shaman until Lee Brown told me, "Hey, you're a shaman." I'm like, okay. Now I understand what it is more. But all I knew was my grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee, and she taught me how to do the stuff with the herbs and roots and stuff like that when I was real little. And she always told me about different things that her family had passed down to her, like the Bigfoot, like the different animals and stuff that wasn't normal animals. So I heard those stories since I was a child, you know? And now I'm getting to experience some of those things.
See, that's also too. It's cool. I think that's the one thing I do love about getting older is I'm experiencing more, I'm learning more, and I'm seeing things more, shit that I wouldn't have done 20, 30 years ago even. And especially now I'm getting older, it's like I'm willing to try more. Does that make sense? I'm willing to kind of travel.
Because if you don't try it, you'll never experience it.
I'm thinking myself, 15 years, I could be in a wheelchair. I could get a leg sawed off. I hate to think negative, but God forbid, diabetes, something. I don't know. So while I can still walk and talk and breathe and have a burrito while I'm doing it, let's go let's go look for something.
Let's do it, man. That's the way I am too.
I appreciate that earlier. It keeps like I'm not gonna bring it up again, but with my mom, because part of me wanted to just say fuck it, what's it matter? But I'm not living. I mean, I'm sure you're interested. I love doing podcasts, but I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this because I want to go see Stephen King's house. I'm doing this because I want to go do tours. I'm doing this because I want to go see where. I'm trying to think real quick. There's got to be some stuff in Maine that I want to share with you. I had a bunch of stuff ready, but we had a good chat already. I'm really excited. Okay, real quick. So right by me, past me is called. Have you heard of Moosehead Lake, Maine?
Yes.
You ever heard of Elephant Mountain?
I have.
You've heard of the B-52 bomber crash site, haven't you?
Yes, I have, brother. I'm an Air Force guy, so we knew about. They taught us that in tech school. About every plane that ever crashed. So
it was a big one, especially in America, New England. It was supposed to be just a flight regiment from the boys from Massachusetts. The plane's still there. I went out there by myself 2 years ago, and it just to go a place where there's a plane crash where 8 soldiers died for your honor, and to be there alone is pretty euphoric. As you know, you've probably done something like that. You get it. So I live for that, man. I mean, I love getting stoned. I love my shot of Jägermeister, but there's nothing like walking to a graveyard. And I saw the thing. In Maine, LaGrange, Maine, great ZZ Top song, LaGrange, but it's a town called LaGrange. There was a grave site, dude, and it says so-and-so killed in action, bomb squad. The guy was a bomb squad, and he died. And the cemetery is very modest. No one's going there to do a video. And I went and I paid my homage. I left him a quarter, and that's what it's about, man. I think
exactly what it's about, dude. Is you go in there and show them respect, because a lot of these spirits we talk to, that's all they want is attention. Nobody's coming, seeing their graves. I'll even go into graveyards and I'll see like rubbish and stuff on their graves. I'll clean it off.
Oh, good man.
Because I don't want my grave somebody just throwing a bunch of dirt and weeds and stuff and not take care of it. So I take care of it, and then I sit down and talk with spirits.
Yes.
And they respond to me because, hey, this guy cleaned up our grave. He recognized us.
And for and I'm not trying to diss anybody, but every Amityville house, and the Conjuring house, and Lizzie Borden house, there's 3,000 houses going, I'm get someone that died here too. Hey guys.
Yes, they are.
So you know what? Will you guys play
better stuff in those houses than I have the Lizzie Borden house? I got hardly nothing in Lizzie Borden. And I'm a medium, dude. I picked up on Lizzie for about 3 minutes. Her continuing to say, I didn't kill them. I didn't kill them.
She's not hanging out there. So many people go there and use it as a museum and an attraction. She could care less. She's at Maplecroft, if anything.
Dude, I know, but they won't let you do Maplecroft at least.
No, they won't. Well, that's my whole point, though. Is you want to pay $1,000 to go to the Conjuring house or the Lizzie Borden house? How about I go to this house for free or real cheap? Because the guy's like, yeah, you want to check it out? Sure, I guess if you're interested. I'm like, you fucking right. Let's do it, you know? Yeah. So no one's ever done this before. Oh, I just popped a cherry. While you guys are all getting in line and getting tickets for all these famous houses, and nothing against them. I don't want to knock anything, but like you said, man,
it's just like you said though. I've had better experiences in Joe Smith's house than I have at some of those larger, heavy money attractions.
Thank you.
But luckily, I've been doing this long enough that a lot of those I got to go into without having to pay for. Because it was an event that we did there, or those were fun then because I didn't have to pay for it.
That's always a good time.
Those are a good time for me. It's like, wait a minute, I got paid to come up here and investigate this house. That's pretty cool.
Well, it's better than but you're paying gas, you're getting snacks, you're doing all the stuff. Actually, it's an $80 bill for it to go. So it's nice to have some breaks when they come in.
Yeah, because I know I've probably spent more on the paranormal than I've made off the paranormal.
That's fair. That's 100% fair. See, like real quick, it's like everybody talks about Fort Knox in Maine. It's not the money Fort Knox, but it's Fort Knox, Maine. It's a big.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But check this out. I went to America's oldest wooden fort, Fort Western in Augusta, that was built by the British before we were even America. And people have died there. A cop died there because he got shot, the whole nine, and all this stuff. And they were just like, yeah, just come. I'm like, Fort Knox, you got to buy tickets, you got to get in line. It's all, and it's great. I'm not knocking Fort Knox, but Fort Western Augusta is like, I'm older than Fort Knox, and I got built by the British, and I'm haunted. So it's like, well, fuck you then. I'm going to Fort Western.
Dude, it's like up there. I did Fort Dix. I mean, what's the one up there in New Jersey that's by the airport? Is it Fort Mifflin?
Mifflin, the Mifflin Fort.
I did Mifflin. That was fun. I did Fort Delaware. Delaware was fun, dude. I got the funniest thing in Delaware. I had a good friend of mine named Sharon Ramirez. And, dude, she was so excited every time we got to investigate. And we're using what they call an old shack hack. You've probably seen those. The Radio Shack hacks, that there were ghost boxes, one of the first ones you could buy. It was like a radio that they took a pin out and all the stations would run through.
Oh, that's dope. That's pretty cool.
You'd have to attach, like, I had like this little cheap, dollar store speaker on the end of it. We started hearing something go. I'm like, is this spirit farting? And I come to find out it was a bugle player that was at the fort that was warming his lips up.
Oh, no way.
And my friend Sharon, dude, this is so funny. She grabbed that speaker and that ghost box like she had a walkie-talkie trying to talk to him. I'm dying laughing. But after that, he started talking. And dude, then he wouldn't shut up.
Then he wouldn't shut up.
I love it when they don't shut up, because it was like, I just sit there and listen to the ghost box and went, yeah, yeah. What else, man? Like that.
You kind of you guide them along, but you let them do their thing. Mm-hmm. By the way, yes, Uncle John Morse did it. We and Heather stayed in her room, his room, the one he killed the mother in. Uncle John Morse room. Christy was saying Lizzie didn't do it. I stayed there all night with Heather, with Lori before she passed away. Lauren passed away. She had her cat there and everything back in 2019. Yeah. And she goes, the other guests canceled during their own Don't Die. We had the whole place for like $200. I go, oh, we only had one room, but everybody else canceled on the Thursday. So I stayed up all night. We didn't get much either. No, I didn't get much either, but it's fucking Lizzie Borden's due. We looked at the,
it was like, autopsy tables. A historical place where 2 murders happened at.
This house is in textbooks. This house is on documentaries, and we're here alone tonight. And then the courthouse across the street is where Aaron Hernandez went, the guy that killed them people and then himself, the tight end for the Patriots. So that's right across the street. Down over here's a church. Over here's Battleship Cove, where all the battleships are, right on the corner of Rhode Island to Massachusetts. So, as you know, dude, Fall River's dope anyway. And then the triangles there. Yep. Bridgewater Triangle. So, real quick. So this is also too, I know we're running out of time, but I want to talk a little bit about it. I'm working on the tours. This is my baby. This is my mind child.
Please tell us, man.
Heather says I shouldn't really talk about this a lot, but I think it's kind of neat. So the truck that I got for the tours, I got at a scrapyard, basically. It's a big Toyota Sequoia. It fits 6 people. That's going to be the tour truck. And a guy killed himself in it. And I spent 2 days cleaning the blood out of the back, and I got pictures to prove it. So it's a little different. So it really is historically haunted. His name is Brian. He left his ID in there, his Red Sox hat. I get everything. The cops didn't want nothing. His family didn't want nothing. He's the first original owner. I have all the paperwork from the truck. He bought it brand new. And the cops said I was clear to take it. The impound yard said I could have it. And I took it, and I have it. And I drive alone in it at 3 a.m. tomorrow when I go to work. I'm leaving at 3:30 a.m. from here. And I talk to him once in a while. Haven't heard anything yet. Had someone do tarot cards, a couple people. If I ever meet you in person, maybe have you read it or something. But that's my tour thing. All the reason for you to come up to me and take a tour now. So you can sit in the truck and take a tour.
Dude, you're in a truck, so.
It's one truck. I'll send you pictures of sometime if you'd like. It's pretty wild. Sure, he shot himself in the back tailgate when he was at a storage unit because his wife left him in Portland, Maine on camera. He shot himself in the back. It's got blood on the back. And I'm not laughing at it. I respect him and I talk to him. I burn sage. I burn my weed, but I also talk to him. I play things accordingly. That's my tour truck. So that's the start. So
that's cool because people love.
That's why you're doing it, right?
Taking them on a haunted tour in a haunted truck.
That's kind of different itself, right? Yeah, thank you. Okay, because to me, if you're doing the tour, you're into that shit anyway, right? Because we're gonna go
Yes.
see. Okay, so I mean, it's. I don't want to brag. I don't want to make a commercial on TV with it, but I mean to tell people. I don't know, man. What cool way to see Stephen King's house for the first time, I suppose.
Dude, yeah, in a haunted pickup truck.
So,
And just seeing, like you said, dude, historically seeing one of the greatest horror writers of all time, this was his crib. You get to show people that.
And like I said, not that I'm any better than anybody, but going to the same high school as him, meeting him, reading his books, I've had his actors on my show. People from the movie It have been on my show. The guy that killed Gage, the truck driver, sponsored my show for a year and a half. He drove down to Maine and he brought me to the truck. I've sat in the truck that killed Gage. There's a thing inside that says this was used in 1988 Pet Cemetery by Stephen King. It's the Orinco truck. I sat in it. So I'm not trying to brag, but I've got.
That's not bragging. That's facts, man.
I got a video to prove it. That's dope. But I also go, I don't want to just ride Stephen King's dick. I don't want to just go, oh, so I go to where Al Brady, America's number one, after Bonnie and Clyde died and Dillinger died. Al Brady, the Brady gang from Indiana, came to Boston or Bangor to buy Tommy guns. J. Edgar Hoover and the FBI shot and killed him in the street. There's a brick outside of the store. And it says Al Brady was shot and killed here by the FBI and J. Edgar Hoover in 1937. He's buried in the same cemetery that Stephen King played the Reverend in Pet Cemetery. I mean, you can't make that up. And I know everything to a T. I know his spot. I know where Stephen King played the Reverend. I can match up the background shots for you. Yeah. All that's included with a tour. Plus, real quick, Hannibal Hamlin, America's first Republican vice president who served in Maine at Fort McClary in Kittery, Maine. Yes. He died while playing poker on a couch in Bangor. He was Abraham Lincoln's vice president. While he was vice president to Abraham Lincoln, the first Republican, he was playing poker at the Tarantine Club, which is still there. I can bring you there. The couch is on display at the Bangor Library where Stephen King's a member, and he goes, and the couch says the whole nine. Hannibal Hamlin died here. Please don't sit. And guess what? He's buried in the same cemetery as Al Brady and where Stephen King played the Reverend. I can bring you to that one too.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
It's the history. It's morbid. Yeah. Some of it's morbid, but some, I mean,
but you know what? Morbid is life. I mean, shit happens.
So right across from that is the RM Flag, Randall Flag Paint Store, where Stephen King came up with Randall fucking Flag from the Dark Series Tower and all Dark Tower series.
Yeah.
So all that is all incorporated. It is a lot of it King. It is a lot of it movies, but I also have stuff, like I said, the history. I can bring it to where the birthplace of chewing gum is. John
Wrigley.
John Curtis in Bradford, Maine, made spruce gum out of tree sap in 1853. Google
That's right. I forgot about that.
Before Wrigley. Wrigley did the spearmint, but as far as like a birch thing and shit, yeah. So it's all different stuff. But I also go to you. If you like, yo, I want to see Salem, I'm like, shit, for an extra $100, I'll meet you in Salem and I'll show you where the witches were hung. I'll bring you to Rebecca Nurse Homestead in Danvers, which used to be Salem Village. And guess what else is in Danvers? America's first cultivated fruit tree. It was put there in 1633 from a pilgrim. It's a pear tree that still bears fruit. It's got a fence around it with a sign.
That's pretty cool.
So I'll fucking bring you there because I'm a geek and I know all that shit because I want to see it. And I would bring friends. They go, you should have people pay you to bring you. I go, well, you're right. It's just an excuse for me to go.
Yeah, really.
Guess what? I get paid to do it, educate people, and fucking it's Pokemon Go, but real shit. So historically haunted tours, guys. Look it up on Facebook. It's Maine. You're not coming here unless you're coming here. It's not a through state. It's a dead end state. But this summer, you guys want to come see some shit? You want to meet me? You want to come sit in my death truck? The Price is Right. I'm working on stuff now. Historically Haunted Vodcast every Thursday at 7 p.m. I talk to actors, actresses, authors, voodoo priestesses, shamans. I talked to Father Bob Bailey a couple weeks ago, demonologist, you name it. I talked to Ed and Lorraine Warren's daughter Judy, and Tony Spera.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm trying. I appreciate what you said about my mom. I really am trying to make her proud. And I got my old lady Heather, who adores me, and she does a lot of the tours with me in the podcast shit.
Right on, dude.
So yeah, man, it's history, and then I get to be a guest once in a blue and toot my horn to people like you and your awesome show. Hopefully, we're friends now. If not, we should be on Facebook.
Hey, we're buddies.
I want you to come on my show, Blaine. You know your shit, brother. You're coming on my show in a couple of months.
With me all day. So yeah, brother. But yeah, I want to get some more time where I can come back up north. I know we're going to be up in Gettysburg in end of July, and Father Bob, he was hilarious.
He's good people. I had him in Asia
He
on
is
my
really
show.
good
I
people.
met them in
He's
Augusta.
done our show before.
Yeah.
We're going to see him in Gettysburg and New Orleans.
Gettysburg, Paracon, New Orleans, yes, and the New Orleans one. So you got Gettysburg, you got one of the most historical battle sites in the world / American history. Then you got New Orleans, you got the voodoo and vampire haven with
Dude, you got voodoo, vampire, you've got
slave.
I mean, you got Rougarou.
Remember that slave owner that jumped out the building or something, and that her windows boarded up now with bricks or some shit? Madame
Yes.
Moreau.
Oh yeah, that was a whole different ballgame with that lady.
She used to bang her slaves and stuff. I rember that. She used
to torture her slaves.
But she had sex with them. She'd rape them, even the girls or something wild.
Oh yeah, she was just pure evil.
Fucking A. So bizarre.
They rode out of town like nothing happened and got on a boat, went back to France.
Nowadays, she'd be on the Epstein's list.
No doubt, dude. She probably would.
She'd be head of the fucking thing. I tell you, for Christ's sake. So that's cool, man. I'm glad you're getting exposure. You're getting to move. I've been to Gettysburg myself a couple times, just going through.
Dude, I was
Sachs Bridge and stuff. Oh my god,
dude! I could take you to places in Gettysburg you never knew they were there.
See, now you're my tour guide. I would do that. I would trade you a tour for a tour in a second.
See, I've been to Sachs. It was okay because everybody goes there.
There's
another bridge that was called the old Eisenhower Bridge up there.
It's a little metal
on the way to Sachs. You have to go down a dirt road to get to it. And before the Eisenhower Bridge was built there was another bridge that was used heavily during the Civil War by the North and the South.
Really?
On both sides. It is about 4 foot off of the Eisenhower Bridge. And the Eisenhower Bridge was closed, I think, in like 77, 78. And there's no road on the backside of it anymore to where it goes to.
Is there an old orphanage or something down there?
Dude, that orphanage it's one of the few places I've ever had to walk out of after I confronted the lady that ran the orphanage.
No way.
And dude, this is historical fact. They called her, knew what she was doing, fined her $4 and sent her to another orphanage to run. Yeah, they don't want to tell you that part in the history books.
It's a little bit of a slap on the finger and saying, okay, now go do that.
Yeah, I know back then $4 was a lot of money, but she mutilated and tortured children. And there's another spot that I know. Right behind the elementary school, they have an outdoor classroom that's right on the battlefield.
No way.
Oh, and all you got to do to go there is stop by the police office and tell them, hey, I'm not a criminal. I'm going to the outdoor school. And every time we went there, it was like, please come back and tell us what you got and show us what you caught.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Wow. I tell you, man, I love Maine, but if I can move somewhere besides Salem or New Orleans, it'd probably be Gettysburg, because that whole town is just got to feel, don't it?
Oh,
just
fences and shit. As everybody talks about the Jenny Wade house, that wasn't actually her house. It was her sister's house.
Oh, stop. That's right.
It was her. She lived across the street.
She was over there making bread, but she was.
The story they'll tell you in Gettysburg is she was making bread for the troops. She was making lunch for her nieces and nephews and her sister.
See, that's why we love history, because we go deeper and you find out the real shit sometime. And sometimes it's like not even what it's supposed to be, because the winners are the ones that write the history books. You know what I'm saying? So let's it's good to go off on your own. You know your shit. Wow, really?
Well, it's funny. Every time I go up there, and like I have a buddy of mine, it was my friend Sharon's brother. He does a ghost tour in Gettysburg.
Oh.
And he was going through his little spiel one day, and I said, Rodney, you're wrong. He said, what do you mean you're wrong? I said, Jenny Wade never lived in that house. What do you mean she never? Her house was across the street.
I didn't know that.
And she wasn't making bread for the troops. She was making lunch for her nieces and nephew and her sister.
Wow.
So he had to change his whole spiel and tell the truth about it.
And they probably get people going, and that's not what I heard. And that's why he educates people and goes, well, this is the
Yeah,
fact.
well, I educated him. Now he educates the people that go.
That's what I mean. See, wow. And you just educated me because I heard something like that, but I didn't know the gist of it. And you just kind of play it off.
Well, I've had Jenny Wade come through probably 50 times on Ghost Box sessions. And she'll take it straight up. I didn't live here.
Wow.
And
but she did.
Back,
but it is where she died, though. The bullet hole's real and everything. That's all.
The bullet hole. She did die in the house.
Oh, she did. She was there. Okay.
Oh yeah, she was the first casualty of Gettysburg.
Civilian casualty. Yeah.
She was the first casualty. Period. Yeah.
See, they say civilian. They never tell you that. See, the little things they keep out.
No, she was hit by a Confederate sniper.
Wow.
Who thought, because all he saw was her silhouette go across a window. He thought it was a Union soldier or Union officer. So he fired on her and didn't realize that it was a female, a woman just making lunch.
That's why 9 out of 10 snipers literally fucking wait and hold their breath and make sure it's 100% before they push that
button. They do now. But
you're taking someone's out, man.
They were very trigger happy on both
sides.
He
could get tried for war crimes technically for doing that then. I mean, if back then, I mean, obviously it doesn't matter, but different. But
yeah,
interesting, huh?
Well, Adam, tell everybody how they can find you because we're a minute over, and
shit, it's been an hour already.
More he has to.
Oh yes, but you're obviously real quick, dude. This guy right here, my boy Blaine. It's a pleasure. You're a pleasure to talk to. Very knowledgeable. This is one of the funnest shows I've been on as a guest. I do come on as guest sometime. This was great. So thank you so much. I am Adam Began, aka Adam the Historian Ghost Hunter. It's my YouTube channel, guys. Please subscribe to see all my adventures there. You'll hear my voice. I don't edit much. It's that. I'm also on Facebook. Give it a like and a follow and share if you could. Historically Haunted across the board. Historically Haunted on my YouTube channel is where you see all my past episodes. I used to do Historically Haunted Show, which is audio only. That's all on there. That's done now. Now it's live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Historically Haunted Vodcast with a V, uncut, uncensored for an hour. Historically Haunted Paranormal. Me and my girlfriend Heather started. That's kind of our base with Historically Haunted Tours. And yeah, man, this was fun. I appreciate everything you guys done, and let's train up on my show next week.
Guests for your show, holler at me, man. I'll be more than happy to come on with you.
I'm booked till June, but I'll message you probably tomorrow. I got to get up early, but this weekend or something, I'll message you some dates. I got to talk to you more.
You tell me when you need a guest. If somebody cancels on you, let me know.
Oh, that means a lot to me. I had someone drop last week. I went alone, and I hate that. Believe it or not, I would have talked to you then. Shit. Thank you, Christy. Thank you for tuning in and share and talking.
Thank you, Christy.
Everybody in chat. This was a lot of fun. All Access Network.
Well, one thing before I get everybody off there, I always have to say this every show. You had 1,000 choices for your entertainment tonight. You chose us. Thank you. Sean, take us out home.
Great show, guys. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you, Adam. Stay on a little bit after where I can thank you after we go on there.
No, I got you. All Access.
Bye, guys.